Have you ever wondered, when you type google.com into your browser, how does your computer know where Google is? After all, computers don't understand website names, they understand numbers called IP addresses. So how does your computer find the correct IP address? The answer is DNS, or the domain name system. Today, we'll learn how DNS works in the simplest way possible. What is DNS? DNS stands for Domain Name System. Think of DNS as the phone book of the internet, just like you search a person's name in your phone to find their phone number. DNS searches a website's name to find its IP address. For example, instead of remembering 142.250.190.78, you simply type google.com. DNS finds the correct IP address for you automatically. Without DNS, we would have to memorize the IP address of every website we visit. What is a domain name? A domain name is the easy-to-read name of a website. Examples include google.com, youtube.com, amazon.com, wikipedia.org. Humans remember names much more easily than numbers. That's why domain names exist. What is an IP address? Every device connected to the internet has a unique address. This is called an IP address. Websites also have IP addresses. For example, google.com, 142.250.xxx. When you visit a website, your computer actually connects to its IP address, not its name. Why do we need DNS? Imagine trying to remember the IP address of every website you visit. That would be almost impossible. DNS makes the internet much easier to use by translating domain names into IP addresses automatically. How DNS works? Let's see what happens when you type www.google.com into your browser. Step 1, you type google.com and press enter. Your browser first checks its own cache to see if it already knows Google's IP address. If it finds it, the website opens immediately. If not, it asks the operating system. Step 2, your operating system checks its DNS cache. If the address isn't there either, the request is sent to your router. The router forwards the request to a DNS resolver, usually provided by your internet service provider, ISP, or a public DNS service. Step 3, the DNS resolver begins searching for the answer. If it already has the IP address cached, it sends it back immediately. Otherwise, it starts asking other DNS servers. Step 4, first, it contacts a root DNS server. The root server doesn't know the website's IP address, but it knows where to find the correct top-level domain, TLD, server. For google.com, it points to the .com TLD server. Step 5, next, the resolver asks the .com TLD server. The TLD server responds with the location of Google's authoritative DNS server. Step 6, now the resolver contacts Google's authoritative DNS server. This server stores the official DNS records for google.com. It replies with Google's correct IP address. Step 7, the DNS resolver sends the IP address back to your computer. It also stores the result in its cache for future requests. Your browser now knows where Google is. Step 8, finally, your browser connects directly to Google's web server using its IP address. The server responds by sending the web page back to your browser. Within seconds, Google appears on your screen. What is DNS Cache? To make browsing faster, computers temporarily remember recently visited websites. This temporary storage is called the DNS cache. The next time you visit the same website, your computer may already know its IP address. This speeds up browsing and reduces unnecessary DNS requests. Public DNS servers. Many people use public DNS services instead of their ISP's DNS servers. Some popular examples include Google Public DNS, Cloudflare DNS, Quad9. These services may offer faster performance, better reliability, or additional security features. Can DNS be attacked? Yes. Cybercriminals sometimes target DNS using attacks such as DNS spoofing, DNS cache poisoning, DNS hijacking. These attacks try to redirect users to fake websites. That's why secure technologies like DNS over HTTPS, DO, and DNS over TLS are becoming more common. Advantages of DNS. DNS provides many benefits: easy to remember website names, fast website access, efficient internet navigation, automatic IP address lookup, improved browsing experience. Without DNS, using the internet would be much more difficult. Now you know how DNS works and why it's one of the most important systems on the internet. If you want more simple technology videos like this, subscribe to Byteboard and tell me in the comments, which DNS service do you use? Your ISP's DNS, Google Public DNS, or Cloudflare DNS?